Hi everybody, what's up y'all? How you doing? And this is your girl Reneva. And first of all, good morning. How you doing? If it's afternoon where you are, good afternoon or good evening. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Bonjour, Nangale. So I just wanted to come on here today, and first I wanted to do a review on the latest episode of Love and Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition, Season 17, Episode 6. I even got my notes and everything all done, all written out, and then I thought the situation was a bit too serious for what happened on the show, so we're just gonna talk about that and then lightly touch on other characters that were on the show. The situation I'm referring about is Vado and Tyree. So we're just gonna delve into that. I'm gonna give my opinion on a few things that I saw, and then you can let me know in the comment section if you agree or not with what I'm saying. Also, what do you think about it all? So first things first, if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, and also don't forget to hit that bell so you know what's up. And also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with other people so they can also like it too. I'm on Instagram if you'd like to continue the conversation there. You can hit me up at the baby girl. I leave all the dates in the box below. So on this new episode, I'm gonna call it the Vado explosion, triggered by the Tyree shenanigans. So this episode was really about anger, and the couples were given tasks to first of all put their anger in fury, so find out what triggers them and what they hate about themselves. That was within the writing task. They didn't know at the time they were writing on a t-shirt, but they were supposed to write everything that they hate about themselves on the shirt, like kind of like being critical. And after that, they were going to wear the shirt. That's the first task. It's a way of them to reveal their deepest insecurities to the world. And the second task was more like an acting task, so the release of that anger, boxing on a mannequin, I guess, just the way you would do at the gym. So for the most part, most of the couples on the show were struggling with anger. And okay, I'm gonna just pick out the people that I noted had anger issues. They're coming to this category. So we have Devon, obviously, we have Tony, we have Willie, and we have Shonda. So those were the angry people in a house. So when that task went about for the t-shirt task, they didn't know they had to wear the t-shirt after they find out once it was finished. So for Hazel E. and Devon, Hazel E said that she's judgmental. I think we kind of figured that one out because of the stuff that she posts on Instagram. And I don't follow her on Instagram, but that whole scandal that she had with colorism a few years back, we kind of thought she's very judgmental. So I don't think that was new to us. And then Devon says obviously is anger. So we kind of figured that one too from the first explosion that he had with Willie, and also the fact that he just feels comfortable to snatch Hazel's phone whenever he feels like it. Very aggressive. And then when we move on to Willie and Shanda, so Willie also struggling with anger issues. He says when he's angry, he becomes another person. That sounds like another cop out to me. But then again, we leave it at that for now. But the interesting one was Shanda, because what Shanda said, most women will see themselves in that category. She said that she hates that she put her dream, basically her ambition, to the side to become a wife and a mom. That was very deep because, like I said, a lot of women falls into that category. So we tend to take the back seat and either let the man progress in the career while we take care of the children, and we try to be the perfect wife. And at the same time, it sets us back because the ambition will go, the passion will die down, and by the time we want to pick it up, maybe we missed our chance. But then again, I say it's never too late, because you can always try to do something with yourself at any stage of your life. If it's really meant to be for you that way, if it's really meant for you to happen to be, to blow up as a singer or as a rapper, your chance is still out there. There's still no age for it. But she's really beating herself down about it, and that really hit me. I felt something when she was talking about that. So the other thing was, well, I don't know what to say about Phaedra and Medina at this point, because I don't think they're really opening up. If this is a real relationship, they don't really open up. They just hold on to the same issues and just carry on and hope to get to the end. Because at this point, this is day 6, so they really haven't let us in on anything. They haven't told us if they've done the nuki nuki yet or what's the real issues. So Phaedra sticks to a storyline that she's a perfectionist, and she adds something on top of that, like she doesn't trust people. So I'm guessing she refers to a few friends. That's why she doesn't have new friends. And Medina just said he just trusts too easily, I guess. I mean, a lot of these people just attract um, their opposite. Sometimes opposite do work, but I feel like if you opposite on major things, I don't think it's going to work, because on the main things you should be at least on the same line and have opposite views on like minor things. But hey, that's just me. So, and then you come to Tony and Corrupt. So obviously, Corrupt mentions his drinking, that he hates about himself, the fact that he's an alcoholic, and also his ignorance. So when he mentioned his drinking, it made me feel sad, because he was talking about the fact that people that he hangs out with prefers him to be corrupt, which is his persona as an artist, and also the party guy that also likes to drink. He's always lit, so that way he's always funny. So people in the industry, I guess, migrate around him for that, which is really sad. Which even Tyrese said that means they don't really know the real Ricardo, and they don't really care to know Ricardo, because that's what they've been accustomed to, and is feeding that behavior, and at the same time they're also enabling him. And we found out later on in the show he was explaining this to Tyree, but he's already used that before as an excuse with Tony, that he feels that way because he's trying to fill the void um, of grieving because he lost his mother. I don't know exactly when he lost his mom, but that could play into it. But I don't think that would be the only reason for him to have these issues with alcohol. So I know the death of a parent really, really sets you back. Some people never recover for it, especially depending also at what age it happens and what type of relationship you had. He said his mom was his best friend. So that really took a massive toll on him, and people deal with that differently. So I can't really knock him for it. And then, but if he uses it as an excuse every time he finds himself over drinking, then that could be a problem. As Tony said, she's heard that story before, and she's really seen no changes. So it'd be interesting to see what happens after that once they've had that conversation. So when it comes to Tony, she mentions that she also has a problem with anger, and she hates the fact that people can just take her out of her usual character. I think Judlin Toller already mentioned about the how people can take you out of character. Nobody can take you out of character. Nobody can push your buttons, because you're in control of your own emotions. You're in control of your own feelings. And if you let someone else be in control of those, then you're definitely not in control of your own life. And it's like that other person will determine your life, your destiny, and everything else that comes with it. So have you noticed how so many people lose their anger, and then they end up in jail, in prison for a very long time, and then they come back and say, well, so and so made me do it, that's why I ended up here? Well, I don't think so. Anger is a choice to be angry. It's a feeling, and if you give in to that feeling, you might be destroying your own life, and that person that you say puts you there is not in there with you. So it's just something to think about. Okay. So the other people that I haven't really touched about was okay. Last person would be Tyree. So Tyree says she hates her nose, and the reason why she hates her nose is she gave the story about a man punching her in her nose when she was on the night out, and ever since then it's never been right. It's been a constant reminder every time she looks at it, and it's affected her relationship. So we're gonna go on to them. Pretty much that's what happened on the show. And then they reenacted their feelings, trying to let it out by punching the dummy. You know, this dummy exercise that they have, the boxing exercise that they have. And it's just verbalizing what they wrote on the t-shirt. And then next week, I think what we're going to find out, there will be some drama with Corrupt and Tony. About she checked his call log because she had something told her to woman feeling, gut feeling, woman's intuition. So she checked her phone and she found out, I think it's been ringing one of his side chicks, one of his, I don't know, girlfriends that he dealt with before. And then, so I guess next week that's the drama we're going to be dealing with. We're going to find out more about this situation when it comes on. So for the episode itself, I think that was it. That is what happened with that. Now, the situation with Tyria Vado. So, at the beginning of the show, Dr. Ish let us know straight away, after consulting the whole crew, and Dr. Lin told her that Vado will be removed from the house, but not from the process. So they put him in a hotel somewhere, and then they're gonna work on them separately. He's gonna work on Tyria in a house and on Vado while he stays at the hotel. And I'm guessing maybe at the end of the last day, they're gonna reunite them to see what's the decision here. Child, just pointless. Okay, and Tairi. Now, when the show opens up, the reaction when Vado just goes to grab her for her throat, I wasn't even there, but me, I jumped up in here in my living room. I don't know why all these men that were sitting there, all these black strong men, nobody jumped up to defend Tairi. Nobody. Nobody. Forget the men. Even the women. Nobody tried to go to a defense. They just sat there and watched the whole thing evolve. All of a sudden, everybody's shocked. Please. These don't seem like genuine reactions to me. And then security had to get there. And then the reaction of Kyrie afterwards, she's shocked. She's in shock. She couldn't comprehend what was happening. I give it to people. Some people react to shock differently. But she was just, she couldn't comprehend what was going on. And it took her a minute to realize what was happening. I don't know what to make of that. Because we've seen Tyra before in previous shows. She got them quick hands. You've seen her on Love and Hip Hop New York, how she used to fight with everybody and very much the aggressor. She used to fight with Joe Budden, her ex-boyfriend. So this vulnerable victim Tyree that we're seeing, we're not used to it. I'm not knocking her for opening up, but we're just not used to it because of the image that she portrays out there. And this explosion from Vado, we didn't see it coming either. It seems to be the quietest one on the show, but all of a sudden it just erupted. So we don't understand what happened there. He seems to explain it by the fact that she's been poking at him for over several occasions, and she threw those two apples at him. So all of this has been festering inside of him, and finally it just exploded. Okay, Vado. So this is what I think about the whole situation. First of all, I think they're both wrong. Diarrhea should not put her hands on anybody. She shouldn't be hitting anybody unless she expects to be hit too. And Vado is wrong because you don't come at a woman like that. And I said it before, if he's comfortable doing that in front of the cameras, I don't even want to think about what he does behind the cameras when they're not rolling, when it's just the two of them. And Tyree's history is pretty much out there that has been in very abusive relationships. And if it's out there, I would think sometimes men can use that against you. And if you're a victim and you haven't done the work yet, really recover and know what you're worth, then you still be getting into bad relationship. And if this is a real relationship for her, which I don't think it is, it more looks like they hooked up maybe a couple of times and they just decided to get on the show, so they're pretending to be a relationship. If it's a real relationship, well, it's definitely not a good one for her. She needs to be by her own, search her worth, be comfortable with herself, love herself before she gets into a relationship with someone else. And definitely not with the likes of Vado. I say with the likes of Vado because it seems to me like he's a violent dude. It seems to me that he's not ready for a serious relationship because he has women on the side that he's talking to, like one of his the mother of one of his children, I guess, one of his daughters of his daughter is still talking to her on the side. So there you go. I don't think he respects Tyre very much, because a man who respects you will not do this to you. He won't be entertaining other women if he feels like the relationship that he's cultivating with you is serious. So both of them are wrong, but Vado is definitely more wrong because he's a man. He shouldn't put his hands on her, on any woman, period. And this is what we've been teaching our sons since they were born. But at the same time, don't poke the bear and don't expect him not to react. I would have put both of them out of the house for good. I wouldn't be tolerating this. Like, it's just not acceptable. And to think that nobody came to a defense what was happening is just sickening. When we go back a few episodes, we saw the fight between Willie Taylor and Devon. He stood up for his woman. Straight up. He didn't, he didn't think about it. He defended her, which I like that. The messy situation was also a brawl, another fight. I probably would have put him out of the house too, because violence is just unacceptable. I don't know why they kept him in there. But he defended his wife, and Devon defended his girlfriend, Hazel. So I just don't understand. This whole show, when it first started, it was really serious. I felt like it was doing the work. But now it's trying to go down the reality shows route where people just fight to get views and just to hype us up. And they don't need to do that. It's a good show from the very start. So, it's just really, really disheartening when that happens. But anyway, so let me know what you think about this review if you like this video. Also, let me know what you think about the whole Tyre Vado situation. Should Tyre have been expelled from the house too? Or is Vado wrong for putting his hands on Tyre? Are they both wrong? Or was Tyre wrong? But let me know what you think. And if you're new to this channel, Aquaba, I can't say it enough, hit the subscribe button below. If you'll be rocking with me, thank you. I love you. Make sure you hit that bell too so you're the first to know what's up. And like this video if you enjoyed it. Share it with everybody so they can also enjoy it too. And leave a comment down below. Okay, thank you for watching. Until next time, I see you soon. Bye.